In the heart of Hamilton, Ontario, stood the mighty Iron Company Limited, a steel mill that was the lifeblood of the town. For generations, families toiled in its fiery belly, their lives intertwined with the rhythm of the factory. But progress, like the ever-turning gears of industry, can cast a long shadow. The year was 1943, and the world was at war. Iron Company, deemed essential to the war effort, was granted sweeping powers by the government. They could seize land, control resources, and even dictate the lives of their workers, all in the name of national security. Among the lands claimed by Iron Company was a small farm, owned by a quiet, hard-working man named Thomas Riche. Riche, whose family had farmed the land for generations, refused to give it up without a fight. He argued that Iron Co.'s actions, while seemingly backed by the government, were an overreach of their authority and a violation of his rights. Thus began a legal battle that would have far-reaching consequences, forever changing the relationship between corporations and the citizens they serve. The courtroom was abuzz with anticipation as Riche, a lone figure standing against a corporate titan, made his case. His lawyer argued that while Iron Company had been granted extraordinary powers, these powers were not absolute. The government, they contended, had a responsibility to balance the needs of the war effort with the protection of individual rights. Iron Co.'s lawyers countered with the necessities of war. The fate of the nation, they argued, rested on their ability to operate without hindrance. They painted a picture of a company working tirelessly to supply the brave soldiers fighting for freedom, their every action justified by the noble cause they served. Millions of dollars and thousands of jobs were at stake, they reminded the court, urging them to rule in favor of national interest. The case hinged on a fundamental question: how far could corporate power extend even in times of national emergency, before it infringed upon the rights of ordinary citizens? The court's decision, it was clear, would have ramifications far beyond the fate of a single farm or a solitary steel mill. After weeks of arguments and deliberations, the courtroom fell silent as the judge prepared to deliver the verdict. The tension was palpable, the air thick with anticipation. In a landmark decision that would reverberate through the halls of justice for decades to come, the court ruled in favor of Thomas Riche. The judge, in his ruling, acknowledged the extraordinary circumstances of wartime but emphasized that even in such times, the rule of law must prevail. He recognized the vital role Iron Company played in the war effort, but asserted that their power was not limitless. The government's wartime authority, he stated, did not grant corporations a carte blanche to trample individual rights. The court's decision sent shockwaves through the corporate world. It served as a stark reminder that even the mightiest corporations were not above the law, and that their pursuit of profit and power must be tempered by a commitment to ethical conduct and respect for individual rights. The case of Iron Company, Lieutenant V.V. Riche became a watershed moment, a beacon of hope for the little guy, and a testament to the enduring power of the justice system. The legacy of Iron Company, Lieutenant V. Riche continues to this day, its echoes resonating in courtrooms and boardrooms alike. The case ushered in an era of increased corporate accountability, forcing companies to be more mindful of their impact on the communities they operate in and the lives they touch. No longer could corporations hide behind the shield of economic progress or national interest to justify unethical or harmful practices. The case also spurred a wave of legal reforms aimed at curbing corporate power and strengthening the rights of individuals. New laws were enacted to protect consumers, safeguard the environment, and ensure fair labor practices. The principles established in Iron Company, Lieutenant V. Riche became enshrined in legal frameworks, guiding future generations of lawmakers and judges in their pursuit of a more just and equitable society. The case stands as a timeless reminder that the pursuit of profit must never come at the expense of human dignity, and that the true measure of a just society lies in its ability to protect the rights of all its citizens, even in the face of extraordinary circumstances.